I don't know if they've been sneaky in their approach. I think that they have a very positive philosophy, offensively speaking. The head coach is an offensive guy, Matt Campbell, who does a great job. They've been prolific at scoring points, and they plugged the next guy in. He throws the ball with confidence. They'll spread the field very well. They do a nice job with motions and formations, utilizing empty sets. They've got some good skill players that have been productive for them in the past as well as right now, and I think he's just one of 11 that's doing his part execution-wise to help lead them to victories. Their top running back has been out, and we certainly believe that he'll be back for our game, and we'll have to prepare with that in mind. He's an outstanding player. He's a load. I think he leads Division I running backs in yards per carry, if I'm not mistaken. If not, he's pretty close. But they've continued to do that without him, with a number of other backs. What I spoke of earlier with how they spread you out, what they do formationally, they do a nice job. They really do a great job with their line, pulling, climbing to the second level, not blocking people at the point of attack to get to that other person and just leave a guy there that can't make the play. And the running backs benefit from that scheme, and they stick with it. I mean, they're gonna push their run game through. You get an understanding, a thorough, accurate understanding of personnel. This is a guy who's been there and knows exactly what they are. You're typically doing a scouting report based on film study, and if you've played the team in the past, you got a little bit better understanding. A team like Toledo, we haven't played, so you're basing it all on film. We'll get a more accurate scouting report with Lou being on staff. That doesn't aid in victory. It just aids in your knowledge. If it would have aided in victory, Pitt would have beat Iowa State in 2000. I had a pretty good feel for what the Iowa State personnel was too. Didn't do us any good. I'm privileged to have a boss that is that passionate about this athletic department and this university, that he was willing to stand up and say the things that he did. I benefit from that as the leader of this program. Certainly our coaching staff does as well. All our student athletes in the athletic department know what kind of man they have leading them, and certainly the fans, boosters, alumni of this university are represented as well. I'm appreciative of that. I think, I do believe it was the best we played this year in that first 30 minutes of football. I think a key is we're growing up. As I stated after the North Dakota State game and prior to the North Dakota State game, that this football team will improve as much as any that we've coached from game 1 to game 12, and the defense is showing that with their improved performance. Mitch Myers settles in and improves as a 3 technique. Jevin Miller certainly getting more comfortable at the Mike linebacker spot. I think Trent Taylor, Dell Pearson, Darius White, all growing up with reps and snaps at defensive end. The cornerbacks, with 2 interceptions, are stepping up and gaining more confidence in their abilities against a very good pass-throwing Oklahoma State football team. So I think all those things and the game-by-game development are adding to that. It's a great challenge to do that. 1-4 is 1-4. And so keeping a team focused, keeping a team motivated, keeping a team confident, and pushing forward to get the work done that needs to take place before you play a game is certainly the challenge that we face this week. Now, one of those pieces to help us be motivated and remain confident is we feel we're a good 1-4 football team. And the reason I state that is we've improved every week, as Bobby asked about earlier, and our level of competition is the highest in college football. We have the toughest schedule. Our opponents have the highest win percentage of all FBS schools this year. They have 3 losses combined, and those losses are to us. the #1 ranked Florida State team and the #2 ranked Auburn team. So we've played good people, and we've hung in there. We got to continue that fight, but we got to work before we can play, and that's got to be our focus this week. I'd say there's probably 4 contributing factors. See if I can, give them to you all. 4 is a high number, Chris. Let's see. We've had drops. No question. We've had drops, and you've all probably heard, the butterfly effect. We drop a ball we're 2-something to go in the first half, and we drop a ball for a first down, and then we drop a ball on third down. Either one of those first downs keeps the clock moving and probably takes 10 points off the scoreboard as that first half ends. So drops right now are very critical to our offense playing better. We've had a good deal of pressure in the last 2 games. We knew we'd get it. Both Baylor and Oklahoma State have done a nice job up front, not just blitzes, but blitzes too, but just getting great pressure on our quarterback and causing him to move. We've been covered well. In the last 2 games, we've seen a lot of press corners from Baylor and Oklahoma State. Good secondary people that have covered us well, and in that process, some of our younger guys need to continue to grow up and work hard to get themselves open and free. I'll add, Sam has maybe been a little off with some of his throws as well. The previous contributed to that. Communication and executing responsibilities on kickoff return, and fits on our kickoff coverage where we gave up a long return, fits and effort with our punt coverage unit where we gave up a couple uncharacteristically long returns. I'm very hopeful that the next 7 games it's going to pay off. We've battled them all. And we're not a program that backs down from many of our opponents, and we're hoping that it has toughened us up. We're hoping that it's thickened our skin. We're hoping that the development that's taken place and the improvement that's taken place will pay off in these next 7 games.